Hey guys, it's me Jennifer, and today I'm going to take advantage of this gorgeous weather since it's finally cooled off down here and knock out some things on Diamond. It's not enough for just one video for one thing, so I'm trying something new with a new weekend tune-up series. So things I'm going to go ahead and do are replace the antenna, hopefully install the new glove box liner, maybe realign the bumpers. Also, I want to refinish the armrest bases since the chrome on the plastic is wearing off, and maybe a few other things. So we'll see what else we can get done. So let's get to it. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the glove box liner. This is one of the things that kind of sort of bugs me when I think about it because, of course, I don't have one in here at the moment. So I keep all of my registration info and stuff in this metal box that the previous owner had, and maybe the owner before him. And it just kind of sits under the seat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start by taking off the door, because these things were probably put in on the assembly line with the dash out and from the back, and I have no idea what this is. And as you can tell, that's probably really difficult, at least with the door on. So I want to get that off and then hopefully not damage this as I kind of force it in. And we'll see how that goes. Alright. Oops. Did I bust it? I might have busted it a little. Oh, I tore my speaker wire. You know what? That's fine. I never listened to the radio in this car. And installing the antenna later is literally just for looks. Okay, for the sake of time, and I'm tired of wrestling with this right now, and I'm sweating. I'm gonna put the door on and deal with this in part 2 for tomorrow. Okay, so one thing I do want to get done, just to help her, maybe help her run a bit cooler, is install this, which is a hood to radiator seal. Basically, it just helps direct more air into the radiator to help with cooling. So I got this from Vans Auto, and yeah, it came pretty tightly wrapped up, coiled up. So for the past day or so, I went ahead and just laid it out on the kitchen floor just so it could get a little bit flatter. Like you can see, it's still a little bit curly on this end, but should install a little bit easier this way. So it came with a bunch of clips. Go ahead and install them. And at least I'll have something done before the car show tonight. Until my OCD self is putting these in all the same way. I have an extra clip. Nice. Okay, so it's probably a good thing that I didn't get the glove box liner in because I want to do the antenna swap, and that involves trying to see how the thing routes behind the dash. Now that I know where the other end of the antenna is, and then by the way, it's just that random plug that's just dangling underneath my dash, I'm gonna go ahead and put the new one in. Okay, so let's see how I can maneuver the old one out. Let's see if I can get this with a wrench. Okay, so I have some snap ring pliers, and I'm just gonna put them in these little tabs here and just try to break it loose and not scratch my paint. Also, for sake of time, I think I'm just going to let this be. Theoretically, you should be able to turn this base and it should screw off. This one is so gunked up. I can't get it to hold still on the bottom side that I just keep dragging it around. Okay, so since 2 of the 3 things that I'm trying to get done today didn't go as planned, I'm at least going to try to get, hopefully, my new battery tray installed. So I guess we'll see how this goes, and hopefully it goes better. As you can see, I have this nifty bungee cord that just holds the battery in place, and it's kind of ghetto. Let's take the bungee cable off. Oh, that is quite lovely. I don't even know if I can. Okay, it is loose enough, so once I get bolts off, should be okay. Are there nuts on the other side? Can't tell. Guess we'll find out. And just because I haven't tried it yet, I'm gonna try this. Oh, that was nice. Oh yeah. This has definitely seen some better days. So, I've had this one replacement for a long time now. So, that's a lot better. I'm also missing a bolt for this spot. Just kind of loosely hangs out there. Seriously. And it does. So, actually I might at least clean up some of these surfaces really quick. I also just realized this stuff is down here. Battery things, I guess. And cable ends and cool. Okay, time to put the new one in. Figure out the hold down bracket for the battery in. Here. That's like that. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a new negative cable, because I'm sure that's not good. Okay, I guess that is one sort of kind of win, because I don't think that thing's gonna budge. So I think we're okay there. Okay, so one of the mechanical things I want to do is change out the fuel filter, because I don't know when that was last done on this car, if it has ever been done. I imagine it has. I feel like there might be a little bit of fuel starvation issue under full throttle, and I want to go ahead and fix that. Okay, so I have a flathead screwdriver. I have a little bee buzzing around me and annoying me, and a 1/4-inch socket because that might be a little bit easier. I also have some paper towels because I'm going to put underneath to try to catch some of the excess fuel. Awesome. I'm just going to fuel all over the food. Okay, that's done. New filter is in. I managed to not spill too much on the ground, except for probably where my feet are standing right now. But it's okay. Okay, so I went back to the storage unit after putting Diamond back and got the armrest bases off. This is the worst one. This was the passenger side front one. And as you can see, there's like a bunch of discoloration and peel and things like that. So what I'm going to do is take some 600 grit sandpaper and sand them down, and then follow that up with, I think it's 1500 that I have. And then we'll go ahead and primer them and paint them with some new chrome paint. It's actually starting to take off a good little bit of the chrome coating, paint, whatever this is, in the center section. I actually wonder if I use a higher grit that will work. So I'm going to grab some. I think I have some 400 maybe. Or I guess I should say a lower grit. So, okay, so let's see how the 400 works. It cuts it a little bit easier. Okay, so I've knocked all the shininess off of the first armrest base. I might go over it. Actually, I might only use the 400. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and knock out the rest of the armrests. I'll do that off camera because there's only so much sanding that you probably care to see. And then we'll get ready for priming. Okay, so it's been a couple days. I went ahead and shot these with primer. I don't know why I forgot to hit record when I was doing so, but they're all good to go. I also went ahead and sanded them a little bit with some 1500 grit just to get them super smooth, and then hit them with a tack cloth. So now I'm going to go ahead and shoot them with some chrome spray paint. Now I'm just going to go ahead and let that sit for a couple minutes, and then I'll hit it with 1 or 2 more rounds of paint, and then we'll let them dry overnight so we can install them tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so I have refinished the armrest bases. They're not like super shiny like the door handles, so I'm kind of a little bit torn, but I'm going to go ahead and install them anyways because Cars and Coffee is in the morning and I need to be able to use like door latches and stuff. So if it doesn't look good, I'll fix it later. Okay, so it does kind of look a little bit different than the door handle and the window crank. It's not like this shiny chrome, but oddly it kind of does match, like the stainless trim pieces on the side of Diamond. We'll see how I feel about this in the morning when she's in sunlight at the car show. Maybe I'll be fine with it. Maybe I'll be okay with it being a little bit off. Or maybe I'll feel like I have to find a way to polish this paint if it's even polishable. So we'll see, but overall I think it's okay. So got Diamond back home in the garage, mostly. So we're going to go ahead and pick up right where we left off. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with continuing to try to get the antenna off. I went ahead and got this antenna nut tool. This is from Classic Industries, not sponsored or anything, just letting you know. But you can see it has these little nubs on it, and that fits onto the antenna bezel. And so it just basically slides on, and then you use a wrench to turn it. So I have a crescent wrench as well as some vice grips that I'm going to use to try to clip onto the base of the antenna on the inside of the fender to try to hold that in place, and hopefully I can finally get this thing off without scratching up more paint. So let's give it a shot. I'm not going to be able to get that unless I angle grind that thing off. And it's just tearing up stuff. So I'm going to stop while I'm, I guess, behind. Okay, so since that plan is now not a plan, I'm going to go ahead, let her engine cool off a little bit more, because we did go out for a cruise a while ago, and those manifolds are pretty hot, because I want to go ahead and change her spark plugs and plug wires. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the air cleaner, check out her filter, put a gasket in between the carb and the air cleaner, because I don't think she has one. I feel like that should be a thing. If it's not supposed to be a thing, I don't care. I'm doing it anyways. Oh, this is warm. This is a gasket from Molly. Oddly a GM part number. I don't know why. She has a rubber gasket, but I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but filter looks good. Looks pretty clean. Just a couple specks of debris, so don't need anything there. So she needs a new battery cable. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I have a couple of positives. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace that really quick. There. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Maybe it melted on something, but it's no bueno. I might zip tie it. In a couple spots, just so it's routed out of the way. Do this. There. It's not the prettiest, but it'll work. I'm going to go ahead and work on realigning her rear bumper while the engine cools off some. It's always bugged me since I got it back from the shop that the left side of her rear bumper is like super close to the taillight and stuff compared to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and straighten it out Hopefully I can access all the bolts that I need to. There's a 3/4 inch bolt here. There's one on this side. And then there is an upper one back here behind this bracket, which might prove to be a little bit of a challenge with my electric ratchet. I might have to get a different wrench. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I'm not going to be able to use this, so I need a wrench. Why are these so tight? Holy shit. I'm just going to spray PB Blaster on all of these nuts, even on the other side, for just in case I gotta undo those. Because this is like ridiculous. Like, I don't even understand why it's so tight. It's like engine mount torque or something. And that probably means I have to do the same for the front bumper, because some of those carriage bolts on there are like not sitting right, so that bugs me as well. So this might have to be another day thing while that PB Blaster just kind of does its thing. Okay, so I do have some new plugs and new spark plug wires, so I'm going to go ahead and put those on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do these one at a time. It should be pretty fun trying to get to some of the plugs just because of where they're at. Alright, brand new wires. Where do I put these? I don't know. Here? Sure. That works. These things are stuck. Okay, I went to O'Reilly's. Got some plug wire pliers, so hopefully these should help. There. Oh. There. I ripped the boot off. I definitely can't use that wire again. Got it. That's annoying. Judging by how much rust is on this thing, really not sure when the last time this was replaced. So yeah. Got like mismatched wires. Like, why are some of these brown? I love it when I drop stuff. All right, so it is the next day and I can't get the bumper bolts off, even though PB Blaster sat on those overnight. And same with the antenna base. So I've sprayed that a little bit more on the underside, but yeah, that's about it that I'm willing to do for today. So I've been wrestling with it for a little bit and it's just a little too much. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video of what I could at least get done. And yeah, hopefully on the next weekend tune-up video, I'll be able to knock out these things and a few more things, like finally installing a lower steering column cover because it is missing, and because the replacements that I've bought previously have just disappeared. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.